There is a company that Bike Nation that thought, you know what, I think this would work. And they're springing up currently in Southern California. Derek Fretheim with Bike Nation USA joins us to talk about this growing situation. Hello, Derek.
Good morning. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you. And when have these bikes already been implemented in portions of Los Angeles?
Yes, we're operating in Anaheim, and towards April of this year, we'll be in downtown Los Angeles, Long Beach, and Fullerton as well.
And Fullerton as well, Long Beach. So Anaheim currently, then
Correct.
LA, then Fullerton and Long Beach. That's covering a big portion of the area. LA was not a very bike-friendly city for years, but that's changed in, I don't know, what, like the last 5 to 10?
Yeah, the mayor had gone on a trip about 4 years ago to Copenhagen and saw how bikes were being utilized there. And ironically, a couple of months after that visit, he crashed on a bicycle, maybe unlike Patty did.
Right.
And it really, he realized that the infrastructure wasn't as well thought out as it should have been. We're a car culture in California, and he really championed an effort to improve the infrastructure in the city, and it's just gone extremely positive since then.
So, Derek, how does your system work? I've seen in different European cities where that works really well, especially in big city centers where people might come in by subway or even by car, park for the day, but use a bicycle then to do their little jaunts around town. And I'm sure they have the little stations. You drop off the bike, you go on your way. So, how is your system working in the LA area?
It works very similar. You have a self-service kiosk where you can go up, swipe a credit card, determine how long you want to have access to the system. It's either 24-hour, 3-day, 7-day type of access, and then select a bike that you'd like to rent. Bike gets released. You ride as you need to where you want to go. We have a map that shows where all the stations are located, so you can see where your connectivity is. Once you're finished utilizing that bike, you redock it at any one of our stations, and that's pretty basic.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, it sounds similar to what they've installed in Madison, Wisconsin. I saw it there, and that's a huge bicycle city. And so I'm wondering, who is your target market? People that live in L.A. or people traveling to L.A. who don't want to throw 4 bicycles on the back of their car, as they head down from the Bay Area?
Actually both. We have programs that are catered to residents for, in downtown Long Beach, for example, we have high-rise residential and providing connectivity for those folks. There's also the visitor, as you mentioned, people that are traveling and don't want to utilize or put their bike on the back of their car, don't have that capability. We also have the student population that we're working with in Long Beach and Los Angeles and Fullerton. There's the campuses there that we're going to provide connectivity to, and then obviously those folks that are working in an area where they can take either the Metrolink or light rail or transit. We provide that first mile, what they call first mile, last mile connectivity for those individuals getting from the train station maybe to their place of employment, and then utilizing the bikes during the day for any sort of errands or lunch or something like that.
With rental cars, you pay a penalty if you pick up at one location and drop off at another. How does it work with the bike rentals?
Well, our program is different. We don't pay. You don't pay a penalty for that. In fact, the first 30 minutes of every ride is free.
Wow.
So the way our pricing program works is you pay an access fee to the system, like a fractional. If you're a casual user, it's like fractional membership. And then you get access to the entire system. So for 24 hours, it's $6 to get access to the system. And let's say you rode 10 rides and they were all within 30 minutes. You're at the time of the final 24-hour access period, you're only charged that $6. But if you let's say, for example, you did 9 rides at 30 minutes and then 1 ride at 45 minutes, that 45-minute ride from 31 to 60 minutes is $1.50. So you would be charged the $6 access fee and $1.50 for that 45-minute ride.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's not bad. And I think that is the same thing they do in the places we were in Europe, where you get that first initial ride for free. So if you turn it back in, then you are only charged, like you said, just to access the bike. That's a great plan. And being able to turn it in wherever you happen to be is also, I think, really a plus.
I like that. So clearly, for something like this to work, you need a large population base. I'm wondering about smaller college towns like Santa Cruz or San
or
Luis
even
Obispo.
San Luis. Yeah. Does it make sense here to have something like that?
Right.
I think so. It really, you don't really need the density. What you do need is you need somebody that has initial vision. You need to provide that connectivity to the areas where people are going. So, for example, Anaheim, we have Disneyland and hotels and that sort of thing, but there is no downtown core. There is no university or college campus. All we're dealing with in that particular market are commuters and visitors coming into the city. So it's a small system. It's only final build out's going to be at 10, maybe 15 stations at the most. But we're providing connectivity to, obviously, from the hotels to, retail establishments. We have a train station there. There's the Honda Center, Anaheim Stadium. So we're providing that type of connectivity. So I think a smaller, university-based town would be a great or ideal opportunity for a bike share program.
So have you looked at any of the numbers where, like, for people to be using this option, say visitors, instead of getting a rental car, and they just hop on a bike and go from their hotel to Disney or what have you? Have you looked at what that does for the impact on the city as far as, traffic or pollution or health? Or have you looked at any of those kinds of statistics?
Well, actually, Patty, we have a active GPS device on our bikes. And then what that active GPS does is it begins to record at time of rental and then stops recording at time of return. And during that time, we track where that individual or where that ride has gone. So we know both in terms of time and distance. We'll know their caloric burn. We know their carbon reduction. We provide energy savings. So all of that information gets sent to them after they return the bike. And if they're a member, an annual member for our system is $75 a year.
Hey, Derek.
That is great.
I need a one-word answer out of you. I know that you did some work with the transportation system in the San Jose area. Any plans to move up north?
We'd love to, but nothing solid right now.
Nothing solid right now. Derek Fretheim, Bike Nation USA. You can check him out online, bikenationusa.com. I love what you're doing in LA. We hope to see it statewide soon. Derek, thanks for joining us this morning.
All right, appreciate the time.
Stick around, everyone. We're back in just a moment.